Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we've got another college basketball slate we're going to be going over. But before we get into the recap, before we get into the video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow us on our socials at Bets Earl on Twitter and at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram. And as always, leave me a comment in the section below of your favorite play for college basketball today. All right, quick little recap of yesterday's slate. We went 4-3, which could have been a little bit better. Some of these teams were up good at one point and then blew the lead, but we had Milwaukee. They were tied, I believe, at halftime, and then they just forgot to play in the second half. Robert Morris was up 8 or 10 at one point, and then they lost in overtime. Lipscomb was up 10 at one point and then lost in regulation. We got wins though from Merrimack -2, went back to them again, and they got us the win. We got a win from Texas State -2.5, Detroit -6 covered, and then Western Illinois +4.5 against a team that's lost 10 straight games. Yeah, that one cashed and they won straight up as well. So relatively easy pick there. But 4-3 yesterday, so not a terrible day, but it could have been slightly better, but let's get right into today's slate now. I have 6 plays we're going to go over for today, and we're starting in the Big East here with Seton Hall heading to UConn. Is a 1-point spread, -120, run back of +100. Seton Hall coming in 10-8, 7-5 in the Big East Conference, coming off of a win versus Providence. UConn coming in 8-3, 5-3 in the Big East, coming off of a win versus Butler. And looking at this game, we're going to go with the slight dog here in UConn. We're going to go with the home team to get the win here and continue to try to push towards a Big East title. This is going to be a pretty competitive, I think, Big East, other than Villanova. And I think UConn could be one of those teams that will compete. So we're going to go with UConn here, +1 versus Seton Hall today at 12 o'clock. Next, we are heading to the Horizon League. All right, there's a lot of games. Let me try to find the one I'm looking for. It's at 3 o'clock. Yep, here we go. We have a matchup between Northern Kentucky and Wisconsin. Milwaukee, 1-point spread, -103, run back of -117. And these two teams played yesterday as well. Northern Kentucky coming in 10-8, 8-5 in Horizon League play. On a 5-game winning streak, they beat Milwaukee yesterday. They also had back-to-back wins versus UIC, and then back-to-back wins versus Robert Morris. This team is playing really good basketball right now, and they are on a roll. Milwaukee coming in 7-7, 6-6 in Horizon League, and coming off of just the loss yesterday to Northern Kentucky. And we're gonna go with the team that's on a streak right now. We're gonna go with Northern Kentucky +1 in this matchup. They've just been playing really good basketball, getting wins. So we're going to be taking them +1 here versus Milwaukee to get the job done once again and sweep this series between those two. All right, next we have a matchup in the Ohio Valley Conference. We have Murray State taking on Eastern Kentucky. It is a 2.5-point spread for this one. -145 for Murray State, +125 for Eastern Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky coming into this game at 14-3, 8-2 in the Ohio Valley Conference, coming off a loss versus Austin Peay. Murray State coming in 8-9, 5-7 in the Ohio Valley Conference, coming in off of a loss versus Morehead State. And we're going to go with the favorite here in this matchup. We're going with Murray State -2.5. My model has them winning this game by 8.5 points, so we're getting around 6 points of value on this line. So give me Murray State -2.5 versus Eastern Kentucky. Next, we have a matchup in the Big Ten Conference. Let's find it now. Where we have Why can't I find it? Oh, wow, I passed right over it. Northwestern taking on Purdue. It's a 7-point spread, minus 310 for Purdue, plus 260 for Northwestern. Northwestern coming in 6-9, 3-8 in Big Ten Conference on an 8-game losing streak, which is kind of rough for them. Purdue coming in 12-7, 7-5 in the Big Ten Conference, and also coming in off of a loss versus Maryland. Northwestern now, their losses are to teams like Rutgers, Penn State, Wisconsin, Illinois, Ohio State, Iowa, Michigan. They're losing to a bunch of ranked teams here, so their strength of schedule is actually really high heading into this. And we're actually going to go with the dog here. My model has this as a pick'em, so potentially that plus 260 could be interesting. I'm probably not going to bet that money line though, considering they've lost 8 in a row. But I think they can keep it close and cover this spread versus Purdue. I think it's just a little wide. So give me Northwestern here, plus 7 versus Purdue. Next, we have a matchup in the Southland Conference. It is right here. We have Abilene Christian University taking on Lamar, minus 13 for. It's a 13-point spread. Abilene Christian coming in 14-3, 6-1 in Southland play on a 3-game win streak right now versus Incarnate Word, SFA, Stephen F. Austin, and Central Arkansas. When Lamar coming in off of a loss here against Incarnate Word, they are 4-13, 2-5 in conference play. And we're just going with the clear better team. This team has been covering spreads all year. They've been playing really well. We're going with Abilene Christian minus 13. My model is saying this should be a 20-point game. So we're getting 7 points of value on this line. So give me Abilene Christian minus 13 versus Lamar in this matchup. All right, and our final play of the day here is going to be a matchup in the American Conference. We have Central Florida taking on Tulsa, 5-point spread minus 205 for Tulsa, plus 175 for Central Florida. And Central Florida coming in 4-9, 2-8 in the American Conference play. Coming off of a loss versus Wichita and back-to-back losses versus Memphis, a 3-game losing streak. Tulsa coming in 9-7, 6-5 in the American Conference, coming off of a loss versus SMU. Both these teams, their last win was against East Carolina, so a little fun fact there. But looking at this matchup, we're going to be going with the favorite. UCF has just not been playing well. They're 2-8 in their conference play. They've been struggling, and Tulsa's been doing pretty good, and they've been playing good basketball. So we're going to go with Tulsa here, minus 5 versus Central Florida to finish off this slate. Now we're going to quickly recap our plays, and then we're going to head on out for tonight, or this morning. We have UConn plus 1 versus Seton Hall. We've got Northern Kentucky plus 1 versus Wisconsin, Milwaukee. We have Murray State minus 2.5 versus Eastern Kentucky. We have Northwestern plus 7 versus Purdue. We've got Abilene Christian minus 13 versus Lamar. And we got Tulsa minus 5 versus Central Florida. If this information was helpful to you guys all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already and turn on your post notifications so you're notified each and every time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. But that's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. And let's cash some bets in college basketball today. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.